Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and this is our coffee break flow. I don't know about you guys, but that first sip of hot coffee in the morning makes the rest of my day. So we're gonna go for a practice that does the same. So find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, bring a couple of blocks if you want, a blanket if you want, a cup of coffee, and I'll see you in a few. All right, so we're gonna get right to it. So make your way into downward facing dog. And take your time setting it up. And just like that first cup of coffee, there's something about that very first down dog of the practice that helps you to settle in. Kind of clicks your brain right into yoga mode. So take a moment. You can pedal a little bit side to side. And then take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Come high onto the balls of your feet. You're gonna let your feet drop over to the right. Drag back through your sitting bones. Inhale up through center and drop to the other side. Same deal. Feel your sitting bones drag back. Right hand stays rooted. And then come back up through the middle. Bring your feet back to about hips distance apart. And you're gonna take your hands wide and grab the outer edges of your mat. You can soften your knees here. Start to pull your chest back. Shake out your head and breathe. And then reset, hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, take your right leg and stretch it back behind you. And you're just gonna push through your heel and feel that heel then stretch up, keeping your hips nice and square. And then take your first two toes, big toe and that second toe, and hook them over your left heel and drag down. So you get the weight of your right foot pulling your left heel a little deeper into the mat. Feel your hips stretch up toward the sky. Then inhale, come forward into your plank. And let that right foot kind of push the left heel back again. Hug your belly button in toward your spine. And then float your right toes up, right above the floor. Inhale. And when you exhale, hug that knee to your right tricep. Inhale, take it back, keeping the toes just at the hover. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, take this right leg, stretch it up and back. This time you're gonna stack your right hip open on top of the left. Roll out your ankle. And then stretch your right leg straight back behind you, square off your hips. Gaze forward, step your right foot up between your thumbs. And help it along if it needs. Drop the back knee. Inhale, take your arms, reach them out and up, Anjaneyasana. Let your hips sink, reach into your fingertips. Inhale. And when you exhale, take your right hand down to the top of your thigh. Lengthen a little bit more through the left side. Take a lean over to your right. Inhale, come back up through. And when you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back again. Downward facing dog. And now float this left leg up. Inhale, same thing, keep your hips square. Press back through your heel and float it a little bit higher. That's it. And then you're gonna take your toes of that left foot and hook it over your right heel. And as you push into your hands and pull your hips back, use that left foot to anchor your right heel a little deeper down toward the mat. And then keeping your toe hook, come forward into your plank. Belly strong, shoulders over those wrists, and again, push back. You got it. And then take your left toes, float them right above the mat, inhale. And when you exhale, knee to left tricep, inhale it back. Knee to left tricep, squeeze it in. One more, float it back. And then knee to that left tricep. You're gonna take the leg back. All right, here we go. Swing it up, stretch it back. And then gaze forward, step it forward. Drop your back knee. Inhale, come on up. Anjaneyasana, let your hips sink and your shoulders relax. Keep plugging your legs in. can fire up this right side glute for a moment. Find length through the sides of your body. And when you exhale, you're gonna take your left hand down, keep that length through the right side, and take a lean over to the left. Inhale, back up through. When you exhale, take your fingertips to the mat. You're gonna step your right foot up to meet your left and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and let it go. Press into your feet, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, reach nice and slow. Press through your feet, take it up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. Samastitihi. And from here, sweep it out and up. Same thing. Exhale and fold. Dive nice and slow over those legs. Halfway lift. Lengthen out. And when you exhale, you're gonna fold. You're gonna take your weight and shift it toward your right foot. And press the right foot into the mat and sweep your left leg back, coming into a standing split. I know it's early, but we don't have much time, guys. So you're gonna press into the floor, keep working the top of your hip off of the top of your thigh. So don't sink too far down into it, but see if you can stay lifted here. Flex this left foot, inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna swing your toes in toward your left wrist and tap. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, tap. One more, take it back. And tap. And then take it back behind you. Take your gaze forward, pop up onto your fingertips, soften your standing leg, and see if you can bring your hands to your shin. And then slide your hands up to your thigh. You can interlace your fingers on the top of that right thigh and press yourself up. As you do, you can bend the right knee a little bit more, coming into this supported warrior three. And now bend even more into your right leg. Step the left foot back. Crescent lunge. Come all the way up. As you inhale, sink down into your feet and breathe. Exhale, open up, find your warrior two. Soften the tops of your shoulders. You can even flip your palms toward the ceilings and maybe even bend your elbows. Why not? Take a breath here. Sink a little deeper into your lunge. And then windmill your hands down to the floor. From here, we're gonna sweep this right leg up and kick it back, down dog split. And again, you're gonna bend your knee, stack your hip. Take just a moment here. And then square off your hips. Take your gaze forward, and we're gonna swing the right leg forward into a pigeon. Shimmy the left leg back. Pop onto your fingertips, roll your shoulders back. And as you scissor your inner thighs, lift through your chest. And come out and over. Lengthen your spine. And breathe here. Try to work to square your hips. Press gently down through this right shin. And drag the left hip, the left thigh bone forward. You're welcome. While you're down here, if your coffee is nearby, I'm regretting like taking it off screen here. You can sip your coffee. Why not? And then plant your hands, tuck your back toes under, gonna lift yourself up and kick it back, three-legged plank. You got it, inhale. When you exhale, we're gonna lower down, chaturanga. And then baby cobra. Drop the tops of your feet to the mat, lengthen through the sides of your neck, fire up those muscles along the length of your spine, float your hands up. Yes. And then drop your hands to the mat, come on up, stretch it back, downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Come out and up. Urdhva Hastasana. And when you exhale, we're gonna dive right back over those legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Okay, you're gonna shift onto this left foot. Here we go. Standing split. Right leg goes back. Inhale, Press the floor away, push back through your right heel, flex that foot. And on your exhale, you're gonna take those toes and tap them toward your wrist. Inhale back, exhale, tap in. Inhale back, exhale, tap in. Inhale, take it back. Take your gaze forward, pop onto your fingertips and start to soften your left knee. Yep, you're gonna slide your hands up to your left shin. Keep kicking energy back through your right foot and then slide your hands up to the top of your thigh. And you're gonna press into the thigh, find more length through your spine. Little supported warrior 3. Embrace the shake and the wobble. And then slowly step it back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, settle down into your feet, but keep pushing the floor away. Feel that energy stretch all the way back up into your fingertips. Deep breath in. And then exhale, open. Find your warrior 2. And again, if you want, you can always take your hands, flip your palms toward the ceiling, soften your elbows a little bit. Yeah, why not? And then sink a little deeper into your left knee. Yeah. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna windmill the hands down to the floor. Sweep this left leg back and reach it back behind you. Stack the hips. Take a moment here. And then square it off. Gaze forward. The shin's gonna come forward into pigeon. Pop onto your fingertips. Roll your shoulders back. As you scoop the tailbone under, feel your low belly lift in and draw up. Inhale here. Exhale, come out and over. All the while, inner thighs are gonna scissor. Press gently down through the left shin as you pull your right thigh bone forward. One more breath here. And then slide your hands underneath you. Tuck your back toes. From here, we're gonna lift up and kick it back into a 3-legged plank. Yes. Keep that left leg lifted if you can. We're gonna lower chaturanga all the way down onto your belly. Drop the top of your foot. And roll your shoulders back and curl up, baby cobra. Keep the sides of your neck nice and long. As you exhale, release your forehead, tuck your toes, press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. And when you get back there again, you can kind of sway your hips a little bit side to side. And take your gaze forward. And you're gonna walk your feet all the way up. And from here, halfway lift. And then fold, bend your knees and sink your hips, coming into Utkatasana. Find your chair pose. Yeah, take your toes a little bit wider. You can even kind of toe heel your feet out a bit if you want a little bit more space. We're gonna sink a little bit lower. As the hips sink, feel your chest lift. Yep, and then sink a little bit lower. And then all the way, sinking down, coming into your malasana. Press your elbows to your inner knees. And then take your hips back, butt to the mat. Find your boat pose. Feel your chest lift. Your arms can extend. You can always hold your hands behind your thighs. Straighten your legs. Whatever you've got room for here. We're just gonna hold it for a couple more breaths. Inhale. And when you exhale, you wanna stay balanced on your sitting bones, but hug the legs in. See if you can curl in. Find balance here. And then slide your hands behind your thighs. You're gonna slowly roll all the way down onto your back. Keep your right knee hugged in, stretch your left leg out, and then grab a hold of that left leg, or that right leg with your left hand. And we're just gonna take a twist over to the right. And then up through center, quick switch. And take your right hand to your left knee and cross that knee over to the right. And then back up through center. You're gonna hug those knees back in. See if you can roll back up into your Navasana. All right, here we go. We're gonna do this. I'll use my elbow. Whoops. You didn't see it. Boat pose. You're gonna hug your left foot in and then right foot in front. Sit nice and tall and fold. And slide your hands underneath you. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind. Inhale, lengthen up, and when you exhale, twist it out. And then back through center, switch the cross of your legs. Left shin's in front now. Sit tall, and then fold forward. And slide your hands underneath you. Come on up. One last twist. Right hand to the left side, left hand behind you. Sit up tall, lengthen through the crown of your head, and twist it out. And then back through the middle. One final pose coming into your Navasana. Grab the backs of your knees. Support yourself as you lift through your chest. Plant your feet on the mat around your spine. Curl in. And then inhale slowly, round yourself back up and take a seat. And take just a second here. This was a quickie. So take a moment to close your eyes. Bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra and bow your head and just say a quiet thanks to your body and your breath and your cup of coffee or tea this morning or this afternoon that's helping you get through your day. And thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I look forward to practicing with you again. As always, hit that subscribe button so you can get more good stuff and check out some of the older videos. There's some good ones in there, I think. Have a great day. Namaste.